Hello, my name is Sierra Nasir, and this video presentation is for NYU's Global Environmental Health course. Today, I will be discussing Picher, Oklahoma, which is one of America's most toxic ghost towns. Picher, Oklahoma experienced a significant environmental disaster due to unregulated mining. As we progress with this presentation, I hope to vividly depict the detrimental environmental impact of overconsumption of resources and lack of conservation. The main objectives of this presentation are to provide context for Picher, Oklahoma's contamination, describe the events that led to the abandonment of the town, and discuss the health effects for those exposed to granular mine tailings, also known as chat. Lastly, we will explore the aftermath and cleanup process. We will begin with a brief history overview of Picher, Oklahoma, and a chronological timeline. We will then discuss and explore the impact of unregulated mining, lead poisoning in Picher, Oklahoma, and outcomes in the town. Then lastly, we will go over the summary and overview of references that were used. This slide has some chronological events that occurred in Picher, Oklahoma. Some key events was in 1848 when ore deposits were found, as well as in 1914 when the Picher Lead Company was founded by Oliver Picher. From the 1920s up until 1945, mining production was utilized in order to create gun bullets through lead and zinc. In the 1930s, Picher created a municipal water system. In the 1970s, mining production was stopped, and the contaminated water began seeping from the unused mines due to the lack of maintenance for the municipal water system. In 1983, Picher becomes a part of the US EPA Superfund site program. And then from the 1980s to 2007, the EPA provides environmental cleanup. The population then dropped to 1,640 in 2000. Then in 2008, there was a major tornado which caused significant damage. By 2009, the EPA then decided to evacuate the town. Picher, Oklahoma was once a booming mining community and home to thousands of people. It was the most productive mining field in the Tri-State Lead and Zinc District. This district consisted of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. The mining industry provided zinc and lead, which were used for bullets in World War I and II. However, there was a byproduct created by the mining that quickly accumulated due to no regulation. This item is chat. What is chat? Chat is a gravel-like waste from lead and zinc mining activities. Chat creation occurred primarily in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri tri-state mining areas. The chat piles were not properly contained or managed, leading to widespread soil and water contamination. Also, due to the lack of the water maintenance system, the mines began to fill with water and accumulated 76,800 acre-feet of mine water underground. This water then began to seep out. As seen in number 1, you can see the distribution of chat in Picher through windborne and water transport. This is transmitted through respirable particles and other particles, which is then taken in through the outdoor air, dust, soil, surface water, and sediment, and then transmitted to humans as well as other biolife. The Tar Creek Superfund site was created in 1979 by the EPA. It is located in Ottawa County, Oklahoma. In 1980, Governor of Oklahoma created the Tar Creek Task Force, which is responsible for site cleanup. As seen in figure number 2, abandoned mines within the Tar Creek Superfund site continue to release heavy metals into surrounding water and soil. 4 heavy metals that exceeded the arbitrary metal enrichment factor threshold are lead, zinc, and cadmium. This threshold value is 20.0. After underground mining operations ceased in the 1970s, many abandoned mine shafts and tunnels began to collapse, causing sinkholes. However, this was not the only issue to worry about, as many Picher residents and those in neighboring towns would then come into contact with lead and zinc poisoning due to the toxic chat. As seen in figure, a blood level survey was conducted in 1996. The overall state average was 2%. However, Picher had 38.3% above the 10 UG per deciliters. Cardin had 63%, and Quapaw had 13.4%. Picher is in close proximity, as seen in the graph below, to neighboring towns of Quapaw and Picher. It is also close to bodies of water such as Miami and the Neosho River, Spring River, Tar Creek, and Lido Creek. These are some health consequences of lead poisoning: developmental delay, learning disabilities, irritability, loss of appetite, weight loss, just to name a few. And then newborns can experience premature birth, lower birth weight, or slowed growth. Adults can then experience high blood pressure, joint and muscle pain, issues with their memory, as well as reproductive issues. So in the present day, in Picher, on September 1st, 2009, the town of Picher was disincorporated. Their last graduating class was in 2009. The Bureau of Indian Affairs has initiated a process to allow chat sales from tribal lands. The major tornado strikes in 2008 after the EPA completes cleanup. This then results in the EPA evacuating the town and then continuing with buyout of all residential areas. The EPA then confirms that due to the possibility of collapsing mine structures and high pollution, Picher is uninhabitable. As seen in the graph below, it demonstrates the Picher population decreasing drastically compared to the 1920s and to present day. This is due to the severe pollution that occurred in the town caused by the chat and unregulated mining. So in summary, the unregulated mining industry started in the 1900s, producing chat consisting of metals such as zinc and lead. There was no proper containment of chat accumulation and water system maintenance, resulting in flooding and further contamination of Picher and surrounding towns. Picher, Oklahoma also has severe metal contamination and pollution. This pollution then spread to other towns in close proximity to Picher. The town was permanently evacuated after a 2008 tornado led to further damage. The EPA then was tasked with site cleanup, but this responsibility has since then transitioned to the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Thank you for watching this presentation, and as Carl Sagan once said, preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, as it is the only home we've ever known. Please also see my references listed at the end of this presentation.